Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy Mrteamguy and welcome to Gaming Spotlight. Today I wanted to talk about an indie pixel art ARPG called Songbringer. It was developed and published by Wizard.fu Games on September 1st, 2017. Songbringer is a procedural 2D action RPG that brings together some of the best aspects of other titles, such as Hyper Light Drifter and Legend of Zelda classics. Songbringer features fluid and diverse combat, wonderful pixel art and a killer soundtrack, all tied together in procedurally generated world for the players to explore. Grab your nanosword and get exploring as a galactic explorer who has crash landed on an unknown planet and his trusty sidekick robot Jib as you try to survive and escape. As already mentioned, players of games such as Hyper Light Drifter and classic of Legend of Zelda series will feel right at home with Songbringer. But that's not to say it doesn't also set itself apart from these great titles. Songbringer features a variety of weapons, items and upgrades for you to customize your experience to a fighting style that you choose, but does so with beautiful simplicity. The most unique aspect of Songbringer is its feel and lack of an experience system. Combat is notably heavier than other 2D ARPG titles, and you progress by exploring rather than grinding to fill an XP bar. Heavy combat is the first thing 2D RPG players will notice when they pick up Songbringer, and even though it's different, it is by no means a negative experience. Picture Hyper Light Drifter with the weight of Dark Souls combat. Sword swings and movement mechanics being notably slower than other 2D RPGs require the player to be deliberate with their attacks and emphasize skill and precision. However, that's not to say that the combat is slow. Songbringer throws you into swarms of enemies and brutal bosses right out of the gate, and you must quickly master your sword swings, movement and dodging to survive. Lack of an experience system is another thing ARPG players will notice when they pick up Songbringer. Rather than using experience points and leveling to receive new abilities and equipment, Songbringer simply requires a player to fight and explore to find or purchase upgrades. Enemies and bosses scale well, gameplay is balanced, and on-the-fly customization of weapons and abilities is easy through the simple and intuitive menu system. Note that while Songbringer doesn't feature different difficulty settings, it does have the option for both regular and permadeath modes when starting a new game. Controls in Songbringer are about as good as they come, being both responsive and customizable. Playing both with a controller and keyboard are comfortable and viable, and all controls are quickly and easily changed through an emulator-style interface. Simply hit controls in the menu, a controller will pop up on a screen and you successfully hit what keys you want assigned, as they are automatically highlighted in the interface. Procedurally generated worlds are something that rightfully will make gamers interested. If the use of procedural generation in gaming over the last few years shows us anything, it's that it's incredibly difficult to do right. Luckily, Songbringer does not disappoint. The system works for inherent simplicity of a grid-style map system of 2D RPGs, clever enemy spawns and geography. Much like the lack of an experience system, the procedural generation in Songbringer is also something you'll not notice. You'll find no feeling of emptiness or annoyance in Songbringer to remind you of its procedural generation. Instead, the only reminder you'll get is upon starting a new game, just how it should be. Even when the system for procedural generation of a world does a great job to create a new, fun and engaging worlds, it does have one flaw that I begun to notice after some more time with the game: conflicts with enemy spawns and camera movement. Oftentimes, particularly in open outdoor areas, the players will take 1 or 2 hits of damage from enemies that cannot be seen off screen as they move to a new area and the camera transitions. Not a major issue of course, but it becomes annoying since there's little player can do to avoid. Hopefully this can be addressed in the future patch. The sights and sounds in Songbringer, they're good, really good. The soundtrack has an awesome sci-fi space meets electronic feel, and the pixel art is beautiful. It's something you'll need to see and hear for yourself to appreciate. So that's all I'm gonna say about it. As far as performance goes, Songbringer has both an awesome and okay graphic quality preset, and frame rate options of 30, 60, 90, 120, 240 and unlimited. It runs well and is as customizable as it needs to be as 2D ARPG. You should have no difficulty running this on a laptop that meets minimum specs. I love local multiplayer in PC games, probably more than anyone should. While Songbringer does support a fun and viable local co-op option integrated into your main playthrough, it's probably one of the game's least exciting features. You can play co-op with both a keyboard and controller or 2 controllers, but you must manually configure your second controller for it to function properly. Additionally, there's an auto feature, meant to automatically detect and start co-op controls when the second controller is connected. It's buggy and doesn't function properly in my experience, forcing you to manually switch between AI and human companion modes. Anyways, this is a great game and I just have to recommend it for you. Okay, this was your boy Mrteamguy with another episode of Gaming Spotlight. I hope you enjoyed my videos and I hope my recommendations won't disappoint. Just wanted to say thanks for watching and have a nice day.